block on either side in case you want it for any side stretching that we do. And then sit comfortably, kind of lean to the left, lean to the right, lean forward. Hi, Marklin. Lean back. Good morning. And just kind of find that sweet spot. We got another 30 seconds or so, but kind of start to move a little bit just to get all the little wiggles out. Your legs don't have to be a tight cross. They can be a little looser if you prefer. Or, I mean, you can sit like this if you prefer, whatever's comfortable for you. All right, it's 8 o'clock. Thanks for joining. Hi, Wendy. Take a moment, sit comfortably, place your hands down on your knees. As you inhale, lean a little bit forward, lifting your sit bones, and as you exhale, lean back, rooting your sit bones and stacking your shoulders over your hips. And then just take a moment to close your eyes and start slowing down your breath. And as you inhale, imagine the crown of your head is lifting up towards the ceiling and your spine is getting long. And as you exhale, imagine your shoulders are sliding down your back. You're rooting your hips into the earth, gently pulling your navel towards your spine. And start slowing down the breath even more. This time as you inhale, inhale for at least a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time inhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time inhale for 7, finding length and space. Exhaling for 7. Inhaling for 8. Exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 9. Exhaling for 9. Last round of breath. Inhaling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time inhale deeply. Let it all out your mouth as you exhale. And just take a few breaths right here. On your next inhale, gently lift your chin up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, gently lower your chin towards your chest. Take a few minutes right here, allowing the weight of your head to hang towards the earth, allowing your shoulders to go towards the earth, but keeping the spine long. Gently pulling in below the navel to protect the low back. On your next exhale, gently allow your right ear to come towards your right shoulder. And then pause right there. Gentle neck stretch. Allow that left shoulder to go towards the earth and reach the crown of your head towards the right. Keep the spine long. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged. Mula Bandha means you're just pulling in gently below the navel, keeping that pelvic floor a little bit taut. Take an inhale with your head in the same position. And as you exhale, allow your chin to come towards your chest. And then all the way, left ear, left shoulder. Pause there. Let the weight of your head go towards the ear. Let your right shoulder go towards the earth. Reach the crown of your head towards the left side. You keep that spine long. And on your next exhale, gently allow your chin to come towards your chest. Inhale, allow your head to come straight up, back to neutral. Beautiful. And then take your left hand and bring it to your right knee. Take your right hand behind you. As you inhale, lift the sternum up. And as you exhale, twist deeper, looking over that shoulder. Take a few breaths right here. Trying to remove any of the curving in the spine before you do the movement. So we always inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, deepen the twist. About 2 more long, slow, deep breaths right here. And then as you inhale, unwind. You can reach up if you like. I like to get long again. And then exhale, turn your torso the other way. Right arm on the left knee, left arm on the floor behind you. And then inhale, lift up through the sternum, and then follow with the chin and the gaze. And then exhale, twist deeper, looking over that shoulder. Two more breaths right here. This time as you inhale, unwind, come back to center, reach up, look up. As you exhale, allow the right arm to come towards the block on your right side and reach that left arm over towards that far wall. So you can keep the arm straight and reach to the block, or you can put your forearm on the block or the elbow, but really try to reach the outside of that left hip and that left sit bone in towards the earth, still reaching the crown of your head towards that far right wall. Trying to touch the wall with that left middle finger. Feel that lengthening in that low hip. And then as you inhale, come up, reach up both hands. Exhale, left arm down, right arm reaches over to the left side. So maybe you rest your forearm on the block, or maybe you extend the arm and bring it to the block. Whatever feels right to you. You can look up towards the ceiling, you can look down, but reach the outside of that right hip towards the earth. And really try to touch that far left wall with that right middle finger, creating that lengthening in the side body. Take a few breaths. We're going to repeat that. Inhale, reach the top arm up, left arm up. Exhale, right side again, but maybe this time go down a little bit further. Maybe your forearm goes all the way to the floor, or you could still use the block. And then this time, shift your gaze up towards the ceiling and take that left elbow back to create a space for you to look at. And as you exhale, really reach that left middle finger towards that far right wall again. Imagine someone's pulling it. But try to root that left sit bone down and press out of that right forearm so you can rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. So we're adding the twist to this side bend. And then inhale, reach up, top arm first, bottom arm second, meet in the middle. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm reaches all the way over. Take as long as you need to get over. And then when you feel ready, shift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Take that right elbow back just a couple inches to create space to look at the ceiling. And then exhale, reach even further, trying to touch that right middle finger to that left wall. And try to extend and reach the outside of that right hip bone that wants to lift and root it into the earth. Notice that space you're creating on the outside of that right lower hip. Two more breaths. And then as you inhale, reach up with the right arm, let the left arm follow. And as you exhale, reach forward with your hands. Walk your arms out. Take a nice deep inhale here, lifting the head, create the breath. Exhale, let your head fall between your hands towards the earth any amount. If you want to rest your head on a block, you can do that. Or you can let it come all the way down. But tense your fingers, push into your fingertips and kind of root your sit bones towards the earth. And then as you inhale, lift your head, maybe walk the fingertips a little bit further away. And then exhale, fold maybe a little bit deeper. Let your shoulders roll down towards the earth. Two more breaths. This time as you inhale, lift your head just enough to walk your hands all the way over towards that right knee. You can go to the right knee. You can go past it. You can stack the left hand on top of the right. Lengthen as you inhale, extending the sternum away from the legs, and then as you exhale, drape down, then allow the sternum to come towards the legs and allow your head to come between your arms. And root that left sit bone down, maybe even pressing into your hands a little bit. Let that left shoulder kind of roll down. This time as you inhale, allow your head to lift up, walk your hands through center, see if you can get a little bit longer along the way, and then stop when you're in front of that left leg or past it, maybe even stack the right hand on top of the left. Take a deeper breath, and then as you exhale, allow your chest to come towards the legs, allow that right shoulder to roll down. Allow the head to hang between the arms. And as you exhale, notice how that low hip, low back releases. This time as you inhale, allow your head to come up, walk your hands back through center. And then as you exhale, find your tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Fingers spread wide, hands shoulders width apart, knees hips width apart. And then start swaying left and right. And then begin to make hip circles. Just start working out those edges. And then the next time you find yourself at a tabletop, pause there. As you inhale, come into cow pose, lifting your chest up, separating your sit bones, making a U with your spine so the navel goes towards the floor, but your chest lifts, you look up, you press up. And as you exhale, come through tabletop and round this time. Pulling your navel towards your spine, pushing the floor away. Inhaling into cow, chest going, making a U with the spine. Sternum lifts up, chest goes down, ribs go down. And as you exhale, round, low back lifts, curl all the way through, separating the shoulders. Add whatever feels good. If you want to add a little side bend, if you want to add a child's pose. Just take a few breaths right here. And whenever you get towards the end of your next exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips, and find your down dog. Hands or shoulders width apart, feet or hips width apart. As you inhale, lift that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Make circles with that right ankle. Level out your shoulders. Release your head. And then bend the knee and stack the hip. Make circles with that right leg if it feels good. And then let it hang open in a three-legged dog. And then inhale, reach that right leg all the way up. Exhale, bring it down. This time, inhale, lift that left leg up. Press evenly through both hands. Let your head relax. Level out your shoulders. Reach the ball of the foot like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And then make circles with the ankle, bend the knee. Stack the hip, make circles with that whole left leg. And inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, bring it down. Engage the Mula Bandha. Pull the navel towards the spine. Let your head relax. Press all the way through the fingertips and the inside edges of the hands. On your next exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up, long spine. Exhale, fold and stay right here in your Uttanasana. You can keep your hands on the floor. You can wrap them around your legs. You can hold your elbows if you like. Take a few breaths, letting the low back release. Maybe swaying from the left to the right if it feels good. Let the head completely hang. Release from the shoulders, the neck. Engage the navel. And then release your hands to the floor. Root into your feet as you inhale, come up, reach up, bring your palms together as you look up. Exhale, turn your palms away, Samastiti. Again, inhale, reach up, look up, Surya Namaskara A. Exhale as you forward fold. Hands to the floor. Inhale, come halfway up, long spine. And then place your hands on the floor. Walk your feet back to plank and exhale right here. Heels to the back of the room. Hands, shoulders width apart. Navel towards the spine. Reach the crown of your head to the front of the mat. Reach your heels to the back. Pull everything up and away from the floor. Two more breaths. This time shift your weight to your right hand. Come on the outside edge of that right foot, left foot in front of the right, and then lift your left hand for side plank. See if you can stack your left shoulder over your right. See if you can lift your hip towards the ceiling. And then extend your arm over your head so your bicep is by your ear. Keep reaching. And then shift your gaze down. Left hand comes under left shoulder. Exhale, down dog. You can stay here or you can do a vinyasa. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, hips up and back. This time as you inhale, bring it forward to plank. Exhale, heels to the back of the room, navel towards the spine. Long torso. Reaching the crown of your head to the front of the mat, reaching your heels to the back of the mat. Hands, shoulders width apart, fingers spread wide. Left side plank, shift your weight to your left hand, come on the outside edge of the left foot, right foot's in front of the left, lift your right arm straight up. Press so firmly out of that bottom hand that your hips are going up towards the ceiling. And then extend that top arm over your head so your right bicep is by your ear. Keep breathing. And then shift your gaze down. Right hand comes down, heels come up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, stay right here for cobra or up dog. Take a few breaths. Hands or shoulders width apart, fingers spread wide. Look over your right shoulder towards your right heel. Inhale, come back to center, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, down dog. As you inhale, lift that right foot up. As you exhale, step it forward between your hands and bring the left knee down. Take a few breaths right here, a few moments. If you want to use your blocks, you can grab your blocks. Let the weight of your torso come towards your right thigh. Keep your right knee over the right heel. You can keep the left knee down, or you can press into the top of the left foot and kind of float the knee, but you get a deep stretch in the hip flexor. And then set your left knee down as you exhale. Shimmy your right foot to the right side of the mat. Place both hands on the inside of the right foot. And then come down to the lizard pose. Maybe you start with your forearms on the blocks. But keep the right knee over the right heel. You can keep the left knee down, or you can press into the top of the left foot and kind of drag your torso like you're dragging it between your arms, but the top of the left foot is stopping you. Keep your pelvic floor engaged. And as you exhale, gently set down that left knee. Turn your right toes to the right to about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. You can take your right hand and put it on the middle of the right thigh, left palm down. And as you inhale, take your sternum to the front of the mat, look forward, and as you exhale, look over your right shoulder for a gentle twist. Really press out of that left forearm. And if you want to go deeper, shift your gaze down, lean a little forward, bend that left leg, and with your right arm, reach up and back and see if you can find the foot. Or stay where you're at. And really kind of pull the heel towards the glute, but press the left forearm out of the floor. You can look down, you can look up. Just take a few breaths right here. It's all quad. Your next exhale, gently release that back foot. Turn your right toes forward. Place your right hand under your right shoulder, left hand under your left. Shift back, Ardha Hanuman. Straighten the right leg, flex the right foot. Take a breath. And as you exhale, fold over that right leg, bringing your sternum to the right, over the center of the shin. So you can hold it static, or you can kind of inhale, back it up. Exhale, fold, taking the sternum towards the flexed foot. This time as you inhale, back it up. Exhale, turn your entire right leg to the right. So maybe that pinky toe can touch. And then this time as you exhale, fold over the turned leg. Notice how you get that IT stretch on the outside. This time as you inhale, allow your chest to come up, turn your toes straight up, and you can either do another half split fold, or you can come into a full split. You can play with it, hands on blocks, or maybe blocks under your thighs, or even a bolster, wherever you're at. See what you can do. Roll that left hip down, left knee down, right leg straight forward, right kneecap up, right toes up. You're kind of pulling your right leg into your hips, pulling your left leg into your hips as well. You can stay up like this. You can reach up with both hands. That's really hard. Breathe. If you want to fold, you're welcome to fold. It's up to you. If you're folded on your next inhale, lift your chest up, exhale there. And then we're going to slowly come out of this. So hands to the floor. You either inhale, come to half split, and then move through, or you do the whole thing with a straight leg, bring it on back, and then exhale, bring it down. Your choice, half split or full split. Then find your down dog. If you want to add a vinyasa, inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, hips up and back. Take a few breaths in your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lifting your sit bones, rooting down towards the earth with your heels, with your hands. Each fingertip pad pressing into the earth, fingers spread wide. Press the base knuckle of the first finger and the thumb firmly into the earth. This time as you inhale, lift that left leg up. As you exhale, step it forward between the hands and bring that right knee down. So again, keep the left knee over the left heel. Left knee and toes facing forward. Hands on the floor or hands on the block. Let your chest come towards the leg. You can keep the right knee down, or you can press into the top of the right foot and kind of float the right knee as the hips sink towards the earth. The energy is like you're trying to drag that back leg forward, almost like you're pulling your chest forward and up. And your next exhale, gently set that right knee down. Shimmy your left foot to the left for lizard pose. Bring your left hand on the inside of the left foot. Take a few breaths right here. You can keep the right knee up or down, you decide. I like to root into the top of the right foot and float the knee. And then if you want to go deeper, you can go blocks to the forearm. Keeping the left knee over the heel, don't let it splay out. And then if you want to go deeper, maybe forearms all the way to the floor. Press into the sole of the left foot, knees and toes facing the same direction forward. Now turn your left toes to the left to say maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, as long as your knees and toes are facing the same way. Your left hand goes to the middle of the left thigh, and you kind of outer spiral a little bit. Your right palm is facing into the ground, and you press into the ground as you pull your sternum forward, shift your gaze forward, and then look over your left shoulder as you exhale, giving a gentle spiral to the middle of that left thigh. Really pressing out of the forearm, opening your chest up and to the left. And then if you want to catch the back leg, I like to shift my gaze down, lean forward, bend the back right leg, and then reach up and back with that left hand. See if you can find the foot. Oh, all right, quad here. You can look down, you can look up, a combination, but really press out of the floor with that right forearm. And lift the sternum away from the floor so you're protecting the low back, pulling the navel towards the spine. When you feel complete, gently release that back foot. Allow that left hand to come under the left shoulder, right hand under the right shoulder, turn your left toes forward. As you inhale back, shift your hip up, shift your hip back, backing it up, flexing the foot, lengthening through the torso, and then exhale, fold over that left leg. Bringing the sternum a little to the left so it can go straight over that left shin. I like a straight leg and a flexed foot. If you want to bend the knee, feel free. If you want to take the flex out, feel free. You can hold a static breath, or you can kind of inhale, back the chest away. Exhale, bring the sternum towards the foot. But you're still kind of dragging the energy, dragging the leg into the hip. This time, as you inhale, allow your chest to back up. As you exhale, rotate the entire left leg to the left. So with that flexed foot, maybe that pinky will come towards the earth. And then this might be enough IT for you. You feel it on the whole outside. Or you can inhale, sternum away from the leg. Oh, exhale, fold. Woo. Pause where it's super gnarly. Maybe inhale, back it up, and then exhale, maybe go a little deeper. Send your breath to all those tight feelings you have. This time, as you inhale, allow your chest to come up. Rotate your toes straight up, and then you can either exhale to a half split, forward folding again, or you can find that full split by shifting the front leg a little more forward. Right knee rolls down. If you need blocks, use your blocks. Left toes up, left kneecap up. Start with your chest up. Pulling the legs into the hips. Trying not to kind of sink into flexibility if you have that. Slightly engaging below the navel. If you want to reach up, you can reach up. I hate reaching up. That means I need it. If you want to fold, you can fold. Last breath here. If you're folded, as you inhale, allow your chest to come up, exhale there. So you're going to come out of this either first into your half split as you inhale, Exhale, fold, and then come into your down dog, or you can drag it all the way back with the straight left leg. As you inhale, bringing it through, and move through a vinyasa if you like. Find a few breaths in down dog. As you inhale, step that right foot forward. Bring that left heel down and walk your hands to the left. Hands on the floor, take a nice deep breath right here, long spine. Prasarita Padottanasana A. So as you exhale, walk your hands back so the heels of your hands are in line with the heels of your feet. Your elbows are over your wrist. See if you can get the crown of your head towards the floor. Hands are shoulders width apart, fingers are spread wide. Fingers and toes in the same direction. And then play with shifting your weight out of the heels of your feet a little bit. This time as you inhale, come halfway up, walking your hands forward so they're under your shoulders, your spine is long. Exhale right there. Inhale, hands to your hips and come all the way up. Exhale at the top, take a moment. This time extend your arms out to the sides, palms down, clasp them behind your back. Inhale, chest up, look up, extend your arms towards the earth. Exhale, forward fold, Prasarita C. Allow the crown of your head to come towards the earth. Allow your knuckles to fall towards the earth. So to get your knuckles towards the earth, you have to really take your hairline kind of behind the heels of your feet. I got one finger down. Two more breaths. And then as you inhale, come halfway up, release your hands, allow them to slide down your back to down your legs to the floor. Exhale right here. And then go ahead and bend your right knee, shift your weight to that right foot, and turn your left toes up. Skandasana. So you can bring your hands to your heart center, lift your chest, your hips kind of hover. And then release your hands to the floor, walk them to the right, turn towards the right, and then bring that right leg back. Shake it out. And find a wild thing. Shift your weight to your left hand, come on the outside edge of the left foot, right foot comes to the floor, hips up, right hand over your head. Exhale right here. Really press into that floor with the left hand and lift your hips up high. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down. Right hand comes down. Inhale, reach up with the right foot. Exhale, bring it down. You can stay right here if you want to move through a vinyasa. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, hips up and back. This time, step your left leg forward. Bring your right heel down, walk your hands to the right. Extend your hands to your ankles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Allow the crown of your head to come towards the earth. You can grab your heels, your ankles, your big toes if you prefer. And play with shifting your weight out of the heels of your feet and really kind of rooting the crown of your head into the earth. All your dogs are going to come towards you now. And then as you inhale, come halfway up to the long spine. As you exhale, reach your hand palms down behind you and bring the crown of your head towards the floor again. See if you can kind of pull your body between your legs a little bit. And as you inhale, begin to back it up. Hands on the floor under your shoulders. Exhale there. Shift your weight to that left foot, then the left knee. Turn your right toes up. Bring your hands to your heart center. And then see if maybe you can land that left heel and still keep that right leg straight. Keep your right toes up. Two more breaths right here. And then release your hands to the floor. And then shift your body to the left. Frame the foot. Inhale, step the left leg up and back. Exhale, find your wild thing. Shifting your weight to the right hand. Left foot comes to the floor. Outside edge of the right foot. Lift your hips up. Lift the left hand over your head. Take a few breaths right here. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down. Left hand comes down. Inhale, reach that left leg up. Exhale, bring it down. You can stay right here, or you can do a vinyasa. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, down dog. And then as you exhale, come to your knees for tabletop. And then we're going to do camel pose. So you can have a block if you want. You can hold it between your legs if you like. You don't have to. You can have, technically you're supposed to have the tops of your feet down. You can cheat and curl your toes. I like to do that. It makes the heels easier, but I did have a teacher yell at me. Not yell at me, but told me I was cheating. Manju Joyce, so I try not to do it anymore. And the whole thing about camels, you want to press your hips like they're pressing into a wall. Keep that engagement like the whole time your legs are stuck to a wall. It's going to be all upper back. So try not to go one and then the other. Try to come back, even if you have to come back far, evenly at the same time until you find the heels. Then press the hips forward. Then let the head go back. So starting at the top. If you don't want to go all the way back, maybe keep your hands on your hips. But as you inhale, lift the sternum up as you bring the upper part of your back back to find the heels of your feet with your hands. Then really press hips forward, thighs forward, chest forward, head goes back last. Release evenly by shifting forward, coming back up. And then as you exhale, come to seated. towards your glutes, forehead towards the earth, reach your hands back. Child's pose. Rabbit pose. This time grab your heels with your hands. Bring the hairline towards the floor. As you inhale, lift your hips and roll from the hairline to the crown of your head. So you're getting that, rounding that upper back, low back, getting a nice stretch. As you exhale, come back to child's pose. As you inhale, lift your torso up. Exhale here. This time, just straighten the right leg and keep the left heel to the outside of the left hip. Your knees are sort of towards each other. Triang Mukha Pada. Inhale, reach up, get long. Exhale, reach forward. See if you can grab your hands on the other side of your foot. And then inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold. See if you can bring your sternum towards your shin, keeping both sit bones down. Pressing the sole of the right foot away from the body, maybe even into your hands. On your next inhale, release your hands, reach up. Exhale, hands down behind you, lean to the right, straighten the left leg, bend the right leg. So bring the right heel to the outside of the right hip. And then inhale, reach up, get long. Exhale, reach forward. Maybe grab that right wrist with that left hand if you can. And then as your next inhale, lengthen like you're pulling your sternum towards the foot, kind of to the left over the shin, and then exhale, fold. Keeping both sit bones down. Release both hands as you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, hands down. So you can do this next Parivasana two ways. You can either keep your right leg the way it is and kind of slide it out to the right so the heel's to the outside of the hip. I like to bring the heel on the inside for Parivasana. You decide whichever you like. So your right knee is kind of facing forward, your left leg's to the left. You can do this a couple different ways. You can extend your left hand to the left big toe. You can reach up with your right hand and do a gentle side twist. I like to add a little deeper twist. So for me, I walk my left arm a little bit forward so I can go a little deeper and put the outside of my left shoulder to the inside of the knee. And then I reach up and over and see if you can find the foot with the right hand. Your left hand can either press into the floor, allowing you to kind of torque your chest open, or you can even grab that right hip with that left hand if it feels good. And then when you're ready, gently release the top arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hand down. And then go ahead and switch sides. Bend the left leg, straighten the right. So you're making kind of an L with your legs. And you either extend that right arm towards the right big toe and lift the left arm up for a side bend, or you go a little deeper and take your right palm up, reach it forward and kind of drag the shoulder to the inside of the right knee. And then the left arm goes over the head and towards the foot. You decide whichever way you want to do it. One more breath right here. And then release the foot with the left hand as you inhale, reach up. Exhale here. Go ahead and bring both legs in front of you. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach up, get long. Exhale, reach forward. Grab your big toes, the outside edges of your feet, or maybe around your feet. Grabbing your own arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold even deeper. Last breath here. And then release your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. So you can either do a reverse tabletop, heels under knees, hips up high, head goes back last. Or you can do reverse plank, extending the legs, hips up, balls of your feet down, all 10 toes. You decide which one you want to do. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, on your exhale, gently lower your hips. And then come all the way down. Bring a block with you. Heels in line with your sit bones. Push into your feet as you inhale, lift your hips. And if you want to take a block, you can place it under your sacrum and rest your hips on your block. If you don't have a block, then you can press palms down as you lift your hips high. Or maybe you're going to use a blanket instead of a block. You decide. Just make sure your knees and toes are facing the same direction. If you have your hips on a block, then allow your heels to come up. Press into the balls of your feet. As you inhale, pull the block out from underneath, and as you exhale, lower your hips down. Bend your knees, pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug as you inhale, and as you exhale, make circles with your hands on your knees. Release your feet, heels in line with your hips. Press into your feet, inhale, lift your hips, clasp your hands behind your back. Lean to the right, tuck the left, lean to the left, tuck the right shoulder. Press your extended arms into the floor, lift your hips high. Keep the back of your neck off the floor. You're pressing the back of your head into the earth and the soles of your feet and your arms. Really reach the navel up, reach the pubic bone up. Feel the space and strength you're creating in your low back. On your next inhale, allow the heels to come up, release your hands, slide your arms out from under your body, and as you exhale, gently lower it down. Straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, and gently pull it in towards your chest. When relieving pose, make circles with that right knee, right ankle rather. And maybe pull that knee kind of out to the right a little bit. And then bring it back to center. Take your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Bring your right arm in cactus. As you inhale, guide your right knee to the left side. As you exhale, look to your right and see if you can kind of plug that right shoulder into the floor as you bring that right knee to the left. And your next inhale, gently come back to the flat back as your knee goes up over your hips. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Take a moment right here. And then inhale, bend the left knee, clasp your fingers around that left shin and pull it in nice and snug. Make circles with the left ankle, wind relieving pose. And then maybe allow that knee and kind of guide it into the left a little bit. And then allow it to come back to the center. Use your right hand to the outside of the left knee and gently guide the knee to the right side of the room. Extend your left arm. See if you can keep your left shoulder towards the earth as your left knee goes towards the earth. Release the left knee, allow it to come straight up towards the ceiling as you lay flat on your back. And as you exhale, straighten both legs. Take a little moment in Shavasana. And then bend both knees, slide your heels in line with your sit bones. Palms down on either side of the hips. Straighten your legs so your feet are over your hips. We're going to do a shoulder stand. So make sure not to look around when you do shoulder stand. If you want it supported, you can put your hips on a block. Otherwise, as you inhale, press your hands into the mat and lift your hips up. And then catch your hips with your hands. And then take a moment to kind of walk your elbows just a little bit closer together as you walk your hands up your back. And see if you can get your hips over shoulders, your feet over your hips. Make sure not to look around. Your chin is kind of lifting towards the ceiling. The back of your head is pressing into the earth, but your neck is not touching the floor. Just the back of your arms, your shoulders, the back of your head. You can stay right here if you want to play with Halasana. As you exhale, bring your feet over your head towards the earth. Nice and slow, straight legs. You can stay right there. You can clasp your hands behind your back and extend them to the earth as well. Release your hands to your back. Karna Pidasana. Begin to bend your knees so that your knees are on either side of your ears. And then slowly allow your hips to come down, guiding and supporting them with your back, one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. And bend the knees. And find your Shavasana. Straighten out your legs. Have your legs at least mat width apart, if not wider. Extend your arms away from the body, palms up. Several breaths right here in Shavasana. Eyes gently closed. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take a nice deep inhale, extend, and then exhale. Let everything melt to the earth. Notice the connection between your body and your breath. welcome to stay here as long as you like in your Shavasana. But it's 9 o'clock. You can begin to bring the awareness back to your body. You're going to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And as you inhale, maybe reach your arms up over your head, make circles with your wrist. Whenever you're ready, as you exhale, gently roll over to your favorite side. And find your way up to seated. Thanks, guys. It was so great to practice with you. It's so nice to have you show up. Namaste.
Thanks, Rochelle.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Did you hear me okay? Did you get everything you needed?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you again. All right,
Bye.
take care.
Goodbye.